Well, folks, we have a bunch more Nintendo Switch 2 related leaks and news stories to talk about in this video. We got stuff coming out of CES 2025. We have product leaks. We have a potential image, the branding for the Nintendo Switch 2. And we even have something from Nintendo themselves that has people suspecting that this has to do with the Nintendo Switch 2. A tease for the system, if you will. And I'm going to talk about it all in this video today. Thank you guys so much for checking out the previous Switch 2 related videos. The views have been crazy, so you guys are obviously excited for this. I'm enjoying talking about it. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button as well if you are new, so you don't miss out on any videos. But we got 4 pieces of information to talk about, so let's just start off with a banger. Release window for the system. Now, I was someone that if you watch previous videos of like predictions and stuff like that, I said that I felt that we would see the system in the spring before March, and then it would release in fall of 2025. And I was of that mindset until very recently. And I'm not saying that this article kind of changed my mindset, but it's more of a personal experience that I will talk about. Now, as far as this article is concerned, this is coming to us from a French journalist who works for a website called Numerama, okay, which is considered to be like the French version of The Verge. Hopefully Numerama doesn't have me blocked like The Verge does on Twitter. And basically they're considered to be very reliable. They were talking about things from the CES 2025 leaks, such as these being mock-up designs like we talked about, not the actual system in hand, but basically 3D printed models to replicate what the system is going to look like. It's not like you could put a cartridge in and boot up a game or anything like that. But one of the interesting things that was brought up was somebody actually asked, well, what about a release window for this system? And according to this individual, they have said that everyone says April will be when the console actually releases as far as these accessory manufacturers are concerned. Now, April is obviously not fall of 2025, so that kind of goes against what I thought was going to happen. But like I said, I'm not necessarily shifted by this story. I'm more so shifted by something that actually happened to me, because I had a third-party accessory manufacturer that is a reputable third-party accessory manufacturer reach out about doing like an integrated ad in an upcoming video with their Nintendo Switch 2 accessories. If you know anything about me, I'm not afraid to lift the veil and talk about the business side of YouTube, especially in a situation like this that actually pertains to something that would be giving credence to a release window. Because I'll be honest with you, companies don't reach out to you, 6 to 8 months in advance for something like that. Like if this system was coming out in the fall, they wouldn't be contacting me now. They would be contacting me, over the summer or something like that. Usually you get a couple month lead up with something like this. Now, they did not give me a timetable, and I'm not going to say the name of the company that it is, but it is a reputable company. It is a company that I was very familiar with the second I saw that they contacted me. So I don't think that they're reaching out to do something in fall of 2025. I think they're reaching out to do something within the next few months. And that makes things very interesting, because you're not going to, send a bunch of accessories for a system that I can't show it with the system. It's not an Intellivision Amico situation where you have a bunch of games that release, but you have no device to play the games on. So that kind of makes me believe that, maybe it is an April or May sort of release. I think it's kind of a quick turnaround time from the unveiling to the release of the system, but maybe that's enough time. It's obviously a different era for as far as how video games are distributed and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. I'm not saying that it is April or anything like that, but I do think that there is a chance of it potentially being April. Another manufacturer showed off a Switch case that I just want to show off very quickly. I wonder what that's supposed to be. Is it maybe Mario related? A lot of people are anticipating there to be a new 3D Mario game. I didn't catch the name of this manufacturer. It's not the craziest thing in the world, but I like the design, the overalls, the red. You almost got to wonder, is this potentially officially licensed? Because it is very Mario-esque. It almost looks like something that Nintendo themselves would make. And once again, these accessories are coming out in heaps and droves. And the timing of all of these accessories makes things very interesting. Because going back to what I was just saying about the company that reached out to me, why are these companies showing things off at like CES 2025 or at the end of December of 2024 as far as what their accessories are going to be? You're going to say, oh, they want to get ahead of the curve or something like that, because when systems come out, they want there to be a wealth of different accessories to choose from. And I get that. But you got to remember, if you want to be fresh in somebody's mind, if this system is coming out in the fall, are you blowing your load now? Are you showing off your lineup of things now? In January, at the start of January? Like, I feel like timing is a very important thing, and kind of goes back to the individual with the website, Numerama, saying April. Like, maybe there is something to that. Maybe that's why we're starting to see all of these various different things happening at this time. All right, so that's 2 down. We got 2 more to go. I'm trying to go through these in a reasonable amount of time. You might remember a leaker by the name of Necro Felipe. Now, I'm not the biggest Necro Felipe supporter in the world. They've gotten some things right. They've gotten some things wrong. You know, I take it with a grain of salt, but this has been making the rounds on websites, so I thought I would talk about it. They basically said, hey, I was shown the Nintendo Switch 2 logo, and then based on what they were shown, they basically made an image of what the logo is going to look like with this system. And I think it's going to surprise you guys. That's supposedly the logo. You know, the thing that every YouTuber has been using that talks about something Nintendo Switch 2 related and needs a logo on there. Pretty much the thing that everyone's been using is actually going to be the logo. Now, some people think that that's playing it a little bit too safe, but you got to remember, you have different people running Nintendo now. The current president of Nintendo is very business minded, so why not keep it simple? You know, the old KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Like, don't overcomplicate things. If the name of the system is Nintendo Switch 2, you know, it's easy branding. People are able to identify, oh, this is the Switch 2. This is the successor, like the PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation 3. There isn't any sort of confusion aspect going on with this. And the logo would be replicant of that. Now, is that going to be the logo? Is this the actual logo? I mean, I don't know. It feels a little bit too safe. It feels like, you know, essentially an extension of what we have been seeing as far as, you know, current Nintendo Switch branding. But, you know, sometimes the safest method is indeed the best method. So is that the actual logo? Is the system releasing in April? Was that Mario case real? That's only 3 things. We got to get to the Nintendo tease themselves, because I think this is arguably the most fascinating thing out of all this. And it could just be looking too far into it, but I don't think it is, because like I said, there is a reason that companies do things when they do things. Everything is very cold and calculated in the world of business. And we have to go to Nintendo of Japan's Twitter account for this, because they changed up their banner and it makes no damn sense. So you would think Donkey Kong Country Radical Ripoff, or whatever the hell it's called, is coming out soon. So you would think they'd be marketing that, right? A nice little Donkey Kong little banner over there on the Twitter. Here's the actual banner, though. What the hell is this? What? Like, come on, bro. It's clearly an image of Mario and Luigi being like, "Hey, yo, look at this," and there's nothing to look at. So what am I looking at here? Like, come on. I know that, you know, maybe calling this a tease is a bit of a stretch, but I don't think it is. I don't think this is whatsoever, because you have a blank ass image. You could have put anything in that image, and you just have a blank ass image of Mario and Luigi being like, "Hey, yo, look at this," with nothing behind them, with clearly something supposed to be in that space, in that white area, because you can even look at the image design itself. So looking at the image, the dots, which are, you know, to kind of flesh out the image a bit more, they're curved. You know, it goes up, it goes like to here, and then it goes down to here, and then it curves back up here. There's obviously something supposed to be behind this, but there's nothing behind this. So what in God's name are you teasing? But what are you doing? There's something going on with this. Now, I'm not saying I'm not saying that they're going to reveal the system this week. I'm not saying that an announcement or a trailer is going to come this week. I feel like, we're getting towards the end of the week. It's, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know when the hell I'm going to upload this, but we are getting towards the end of the week. So you wouldn't, you would want a little bit of leeway. You would want a little bit of run up so you can make an announcement. Hey, tune into this, see the future of Nintendo and the upcoming system that we have for you guys. But this is literally Nintendo of Japan's 4.8 million follower account. And this is your banner. Bro, there's something in the air. Do you smell it? Do you smell it? New console fever is here, and I'm all for it. And you guys are all for it, because like I said, y'all are freaking rock stars with the views lately on the content. Once again, if you missed one of the videos from yesterday, the Digital Foundry tech analysis video on the Switch 2 hardware, unfortunately got accidentally deleted by me. I was trying to delete something else that I was accidentally uploading to the main channel that was supposed to go to the secondary channel. I screwed up. There was nothing I could do to save it. Sorry. Like, I was very angry at myself, but things happen, unfortunately. But let me know what you guys think of all of this. Do you think April makes sense? Do you think that Mario-esque case is actually a first-party case, potentially a collaboration effort with Nintendo? Do you think that boring logo is going to be the logo? Because I don't think it's a bad idea, and I don't think the Nintendo Switch 2 name is a bad name either. And what the hell is up with what are Mario and Luigi showing off? Some big booty women? No, showing off nothing. I don't know where I was going with that. I actually had the idea to make a Photoshop of that, but I never got around to it. And, Twitter would probably get mad. Yeah, I might make it and put it on Twitter anyways. Let me know what you think of it in the comments section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to share the video around. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.